Welcome to Parallel Universe. The voice is still there. Haunting. Unmistakable. But the woman behind it has lived a life far heavier than the flowing shawls and stage lights ever revealed. When recent photos of Stevie Nicks surfaced, longtime fans didn't just see a rock legend. They saw time, loss, and survival etched into every line of her face. In the 1970s and 80s, she seemed almost untouchable, the mystical queen of Fleetwood Mac, drifting across stages in black velvet, her voice floating somewhere between strength and heartbreak. Songs like Landslide felt personal, but few realized just how autobiographical they really were. Behind the ethereal image was chaos, band breakups, toxic relationships, exhausting tours, and an industry that devoured youth and discarded vulnerability. To the public, she was magic. In private, she was struggling to hold herself together. Fame brought money and adoration, and also addiction. For years, Stevie battled dependency on cocaine and later prescription drugs, a spiral that nearly destroyed her voice, her health, and her future. At one point, doctors warned she might not survive if she didn't stop. The stage persona never cracked. The audience never saw the cost. Then came the loss that changed everything. Her closest friend, Robin Anderson, was dying of leukemia. In a decision that stunned even those closest to her, Stevie married Robin's husband shortly after Robin passed, a desperate attempt, she later admitted, to stay connected to the friend she couldn't bear to lose. The marriage lasted only months, leaving her emotionally shattered and publicly misunderstood. It was grief, not romance. But the damage lingered. Years later, another blow, the death of bandmate and former partner Christine McVie. For Stevie, it wasn't just the loss of a colleague. It was the loss of someone who shared the wild, impossible journey from unknown musicians to global icons. Another piece of her past gone forever. Today, when she walks on stage, the movement is slower. The voice carries decades of experience. The glamour is quieter. But the power remains, not the power of youth, but of endurance. Fans who grew up with her don't just hear nostalgia. They hear their own lives reflected back, love found and lost, dreams achieved and paid for, years that moved faster than anyone expected. Stevie once sang about time making you bolder, children getting older, and becoming older too. Now she embodies those words. Not as a distant rock goddess, but as a woman who survived the storm she once turned into music. For Americans over 50, her story hits differently. It isn't about celebrity anymore. It's about what it means to outlive the chaos, to carry memories that younger generations can't yet understand, to keep going when so much of the past exists only in photographs and songs. Because what you see now isn't decline. It's the face of someone who stayed when others disappeared. Proof that growing older isn't a tragedy, it's a privilege denied to many. And sometimes, the most beautiful voices are the ones that endured long enough to tell the whole story.